I'm a conservative.
I identify as a liberal.
I will be handcuffed to a liberal for 24 hours. How's it going?
Hi, I'm Dot.
Brandon.
Hi, Brandon.
Nice to meet you.
A lot of people think Planned Parenthood is only about abortions. I've gotten a lot of my sexual education from Planned Parenthood.
There's still gonna be free clinics all over the country. Nothing's gonna change with that. As far as PC culture goes, I think people need to toughen up a little bit more. I think people are way too sensitive right now, and I think people just need to sack up a little bit more.
Just because it doesn't relate to you, or just because you don't see it as a, oh, this is huge, doesn't mean that it's not huge to someone else. I'm right-handed. Are you right-handed?
Yeah.
Oh Lord, we're gonna get to know each other, my brother.
Yeah, we are.
Thank you. I think I feel more nervous now that we're handcuffed together.
I'm ready for it. Let's do it.
And that makes me even more afraid. I gotta know which way we're going.
What do you think of that?
That was an honest reaction probably to the election. First, we wanted to get to know each other, and I think that played a big role in understanding why our views are so strong.
Okay, here's another one. Let's look at this one here.
It is our responsibility to unite ourselves. Trump is not king. Obama was not king. We, the people, we make this country.
All right, so we're gonna get non-dairy milk because I feel like being nice to this girl that's handcuffed me.
Now we gotta turn this way. My arm.
Oh. This lady came out and was just like shocked. She's like, what is going on? Why are you doing this? And then another guy walked by and he just stopped and he's like, I'm not even gonna ask. And then just kept going.
So Brandon and I are gonna be cooking dinner tonight. We're gonna be having some chicken and some mashed potatoes. I don't know how we did it, but we did it. It took us
2 hours, bro. It took about 2 hours to cook some chicken.
First glass of the night.
Okay, so are you.
What do you want to do? I'll do the chicken, do mashed potatoes, or switch. I really don't care. We were distracted by our conversation. We were distracted by handcuffs.
We talked about
the death penalty. We
abortion,
talked about
death
abortion.
penalty.
We talked about gun laws.
Where one of them was BLM, and I think on that one we kind of agree, but then there's certain questions that each of us had, I think, for each other. What about the white people that get killed by cops too?
Black Lives Matter does not mean white lives don't matter.
I get that, but you're including everyone else but them.
Well, I mean, I think it's been proven that their lives do matter. I don't think we need to tell America that. I think they showed us that in their... Yeah, I think everyone's life does matter. But I think that America has shown us time and time again that they view other lives as less than white lives. So we don't I think because we were attached to each other, we probably took the time to try to understand each other more.
So they're for police?
Yeah, they're for police going into the communities and actually getting to know the communities that they're policing so that when these incidents happen, they're less likely to feel threatened. A lot of times, police are policing communities where they don't know anybody.
We didn't really start screaming at each other or yelling at each other or anything. We just had questions for each other. I grew up in not the best neighborhoods. My mom tried to do good for me, but I kind of would go off on my own thing and hang out with my friends and do shitty shit, right, and fuck up. So anyways, yes, I have been in the juvenile detention program my entire teenage years, pretty much.
But do you know that even with all of that you have done, if you were to fill out a job application or apply yourself to college, even with your background record and mine being completely clean, yours would probably be accepted before mine would.
Probably. Why do you think that?
Because you're white. When conversations do get heavy like that, it's so easy to get frustrated and leave and assume that you don't want to put up with it.
I don't think so. You think you just go into a job and people, like the guy that you interview with, or the guy I interview with, is just like, oh, okay, you're white, cool, check, you're good, you're good to go, you get a job.
But I do think if there was ever an opportunity where the two were side by side and there had to be an option to pick between the two, definitely will change depending on who the employer is, but you would have the advantage.
What about Obama? I mean, that's
the one exception.
Ben Carson. There's so many people that are in high positions that are, I hate to use this word, but of color.
I think it really forced us to, like, for one, not get upset, because if you get upset, you can't go anywhere, but to just be like, okay, and like ask questions. I was starving by that time. I think I inhaled my food. He was a little more polite and took his time. You know I don't play. So we just had some amazing dinner with some wine. Now we have to try to wash dishes handcuffed. Okay, how about you wash Ivory's, because you're that way.
Bedtime.
It's bedtime. I told him that I have to wrap my hair, so. Oh God, how do I take the watch off with this on? Not happening.
It's possible.
No, it's not.
Yeah, sleeping sucked. Showering obviously sucks.
You okay out there, Brandon?
Yeah.
All right.
Yes.
This looks like.
I was slightly surprised. I thought I was gonna go into this and be handcuffed to some like super hippie, and I was pleasantly surprised. She's awesome, and we got along just great.
Just because you are conservative does not mean, you know, that you are uptight and you hate everyone who's not like you.
And we are cool now. Like we're good. We exchanged numbers. We're probably gonna hang out after this. I think it was good to show like my friend, conservative or liberal, that we can coexist. I think it's important during these times in America to show that we can get along.
I think that an experience like this is going to help me understand other people and their ideas. If we could kind of think of ourselves as attached to each other, maybe we would try to maneuver and help each other move through life. I mean, I found that since we were literally bound together, we weren't in it for ourselves. We were moving with one another to make sure that the person could do what they needed to do.
And another guy passed and he was like, oh, that's dope. Like, I like that.
I think he's gonna go home and be
I
like,
don't know.
hey, I saw these two out and we gotta try it.